Just thought y'all would enjoy a little stroll around the garden. Isn't it pretty? This is the first time I've ever had hydrangeas that were purple in my yard at all. Never had purple hydrangeas. Got pink ones. I think those are probably going to be pink. I see a little pink on them. And look at this pink one over here. Lots of beauties. All new stuff. Except for the hydrangeas. They were planted last year. I've got a Mickey Mouse alocasia. I think that's what it's called. I just call it a Mickey Mouse elephant ear. Beautiful. Very variegated. Got a little white one. White and green one down there. And then those are regular elephant ears. They will get huge. They will get as big as me before summertime gets here. Got some callas in there. Some dahlias. Pentas. Coleus. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Oh, it's like a variegated type of canna lily. That one. Mums. Roses. I just refertilized my roses and we got some good rain, so we're gonna be seeing those things blooming like crazy again soon. If you look right over there, you see my little stray cat that likes to come visit. He likes for me to feed him, and if I try to pet him, he hisses at me. He's never tried to bite me, but he hisses at me, so I don't want to get the cat scratch fever, so I'm going to leave him alone. It's a beautiful hanging basket. Isn't that gorgeous? More coleus, and I have some calla lilies tucked back underneath there. Probably gonna have to trim that bush back a little bit. Some roses in pots. That is pretty. And back over there is that fuchsia plant that I repotted. Got some pretty blooms on it. Got some Gerber daisies that my cousins brought to me when they visited. They had a bunch of blooms and then the blooms died back. Now they're coming back out again. Aren't those pretty? And there's my little piggy down there. It's got I don't know what that is in it, some kind of succulent type plant, but it just grows and grows and grows. It's been out here all through the winter. Everything. Got my mother-in-law's tongue. There's a rumor here in the south that says they call it that because it's actually a snake plant, but they call it that because if you have a mother-in-law that likes to talk about you a lot, it'll get really big. But I don't have a mother-in-law that talks about me because my mother-in-law has been gone for many years and I never even got to know her. Wandering Jew. Petunias. Look at those. I like that hanging basket. Excuse me. I have to walk around there and look at those canna lilies, how pretty they are. Now, usually each year I have to spray my canna lilies down because there's a bug that gets them. And it's weird how that bug works. It will get inside of the leaf or outside the leaf. It'll roll itself up around that leaf and get down inside the leaf and eat the leaves. You can see, if you look really closely, there's a little bit of damage on some of them. That happened before I sprayed them really, really good. But the new foliage is beautiful. So, I'm happy about that. Get back so we can see what's going on with this little bed. I did plant a few little extra flowers in it. More Ravinia. Got some Ravinia up here also. Yarrow bed over there, still looking pretty. It's coming back out with more flowers. Got some tomatoes over here, little cherry tomatoes. Gerber daisies are starting to put on some more blooms. Mums, salvias. There on my fence, I got a couple of roses that's starting to bud up again. It's a peachy colored one on that end, a pink one on that end, and then the one in the middle is a thornless yellow rose, and it's starting to bud up. It hadn't bloomed at one time, but it will again once my fertilizer kicks in. Let's walk over here to this bed. Now, my very first YouTube video, if you'll go back and watch it, me and my husband were cutting all this down. We cut those bushes down to hardly anything. Now my elephant ears have popped out, my pansies and stuff that I planted the other day, they're still blooming pretty. My collection of rocks that I collected over the years. Banana trees, if y'all live where it's pretty warm, banana trees, oh, they're so pretty in the yard. I see a weed coming up, I gotta go get my clippers. This sunshine ligustrum bush, woo-wee, the more sun it gets, the prettier it gets. I got some more lilies right here that's about to come out. They're Easter lilies, but for some reason my Easter lilies don't bloom at Easter. They bloom after Easter. They are beautiful, like the ones by the pool, the bright yellow. These things are gorgeous. I don't have to replant them. They come back up every year. I've got some coming up in the middle of my rose bush here. I've got one rose. All my others, this thing was full of blooms, and then I guess they drank up all the fertilizer I put on them, and so they finished blooming. But I just put a new batch of fertilizer on them, and it was rained a few days, and so they'll start coming back out again pretty soon. I got some Mexican heather, some more Gerber daisies and salvia, and that right there, I'm trying to remember the name of it. If you can think of the name of it, let me know. I believe it's a African plant. I got begonias in the basket. Isn't that gorgeous? More mums. I plant my mums if somebody gives me mums, or if I buy mums in the fall. I plant them when they start dying down, and plant them in the ground, and they come back in the spring, and they are gorgeous. I have a hydrangea bush over there, and that's part of it there, and part of one over there tucked behind that little piece of weed there, our pecan tree I gotta get out. Something happened to that hydrangea last year. It got some kind of fungus or something, or some kind of bug in it. I couldn't get it out, so I cut it back, and now it's springing back up again. It's separated into 3 bushes, but this was one huge bush, and that one's got a little blue bloom on it. Another rose. This one's a peach colored, and that is a plant, and I can now think hollyhock maybe. Can't think of what it's called. More banana trees. Now these banana trees will get as tall as my carport, and my carport is huge. We had it built because we wanted it to be tall enough to where we could pass through our RV, and at the time we had an RV that was 45 foot long. This is a different one. We got rid of the big RV, got a smaller RV. I put my other plant that was over here, the hanging basket over there, because it looked like it was getting too much sunshine. It was kind of looking. And my ferns. This is a bed that I think I had asked y'all, what do y'all think would grow in this bed? I know ferns will, and the monkey grass, but this was a bed I created for my daughter that passed away. That's why there's a beautiful angel sitting there, and she's holding a pretty plant. I think is that a Proven Winners Super Bells. Super Bells are beautiful. I'm not sure how good this will do right here because it doesn't get bright sunshine, and I think they need bright sunshine. But if it doesn't do well, I'll put something else there for her to hold on to. Same thing with this little angel sitting by my door. All right, as we come back around. Like I said, we got a big rain for like 3 days this past weekend. And I'm so glad it's not raining anymore. See my sunflower over there? She's still blooming pretty good. Of course, she's made out of metal, but don't tell anybody. Alright, that concludes my little tour of the front. Things are really growing and getting big. And it's not even June yet. When it gets June, these beds will be so full you probably won't even be able to see all the flowers in them. And there's that pink hydrangea that's growing, and there's a pink hydrangea over there. And when we had this house remodeled and added on to, they did put a lot of red dirt in, so I don't know if that changed the acidity of the soil. But like I said, I've lived here for, I'll say 25 years, and I've never had a pink hydrangea in this yard. I could plant a pink hydrangea, but it would turn blue. So we'll keep an eye on you and see if you continue to be pink or if you try to turn blue also. And also keep a watch on this pretty rose. Now y'all remember me talking about the ketchup mustard rose? Well, that's what that is, and I'm just dying for it to bloom where I can see what it looks like. I think it starts out yellow and turns red or orange. I don't know. We'll just have to keep following it and see what happens. Alrighty, y'all. That's it for today. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments, please let me know how you like my flowers, or if you want to see me cook something really good for you. Just let me know. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.
How you doing?